Listen. Something is wrong. Look closely. This is the last known video of Elisa Lam. It was captured by a security camera inside an elevator at the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles. For over a decade, it has haunted and baffled millions online, because no one can explain what she was reacting to. Or who, or what, stood just outside the frame. One of the most disturbing videos, not for what it shows, but for what it doesn't. A 4-minute puzzle where every piece contradicts the last. Why won't it add up? The more you watch, the more you scrutinize every frame, every subtle movement, and every silence, the less any of it makes sense. What you are about to see is exactly as released by the Los Angeles Police Department. Some sections slowed for clarity. Ask yourself, what are we missing? The footage comes from one of the hotel's elevators. A cramped, dated space, a relic from another time. At first, as the video begins, everything looks normal. The elevator is empty, waiting. A young woman, 21, steps in, relaxed, casual, nothing unusual, yet. She leans forward and presses a whole column of buttons, unsure of the floor, playful, or buying time. She steps back and waits for the doors to close. The moment that never comes. But nothing happens. No lurch, no hum of machinery. Only air. The elevator doesn't move. Why? The doors stay open, revealing the same empty, dimly lit corridor. Seconds pass. What might have started as simple mechanical failure is about to turn into something deeply unsettling. Her posture changes. The casual air is gone, replaced by a growing tension. She looks outside, a quick, furtive glance, as if expecting to see someone holding the door. She steps forward, leaning her whole body out into the hallway to get a better look. Then, just as quickly, she jumps back inside. Not just steps back, but retreats, as if recoiling from something she saw or heard. She flattens herself against the wall, for a moment seeming to hide from a threat just beyond the doorway. Is she playing a game, or is she genuinely afraid? But no one ever appears on camera. The hallway remains completely deserted, and that's where the normalcy ends, and the profound strangeness of her final moments begins. Her behavior turns. She presses to the wall, trying to disappear into metal. It's a primal reaction, an instinct to hide from a perceived threat. This isn't impatience, it's prey listening for a predator. From where? She angles her body away from the open doors, a clear attempt to avoid being seen. But the hallway is completely empty. There's no one there. At least, no one we can see, or can't. There is no telltale shadow stretching down the corridor, no reflection in the polished floor. Then, her actions become even more bizarre. She begins making a series of unusual hand movements. They are slow, deliberate, and deeply unnatural. Her fingers trace patterns in the air, her palms press against nothing. It's almost as if she's communicating with something just outside the elevator doors, something that remains invisible to the camera, and to us. She leans forward again, breaking her strange trance. She cautiously peers into the hallway, scanning left and right. Whatever she sees or doesn't see makes her quickly step back inside, retreating to the relative safety of the corner. Every one of her movements feels tense, fraught with an unspoken urgency. It's a portrait of pure unease. Some have speculated she was playing a game, trying to get the elevator doors to close, but others believe her fear is real, that she feels something is getting closer. Is it a person just out of frame, deliberately holding the door, or is it something else entirely? The camera shows us an empty space, a silent, ordinary hotel corridor, but her eyes tell a different story. They see something that fills her with a quiet, creeping dread. The hallway shows nothing, no reflection, no witness, no movement detected by the sensors that should have closed the doors. There is, by all accounts, nothing there. Her behavior turns erratic. She peers out, retreats, hides from something we can't see. What is it? Her hands move in strange, deliberate gestures, as if she's describing something, or perhaps pleading with someone standing right in front of her. Someone the camera simply cannot see. She's reacting to a presence, tangible to her, invisible to us. How? Then as suddenly as her fear began, her posture changes. She steps out of the elevator with a final, hesitant glance and walks down the hall. She takes a left turn at the end of the corridor and vanishes from the camera's view. For 15 agonizing seconds the elevator remains open, a silent, waiting box. The hallway is still. There are no sounds of a struggle, no calls for help, just an unnerving, profound silence. Then finally, as if a spell has been broken, the mechanism re-engages. The doors slide shut, sealing the moment in time. The scene returns to a state of eerie normalcy. For the hotel staff and any outside observer, it was as if nothing had ever happened. But the story doesn't end in that hallway. The final grim chapter of this mystery would only be uncovered 19 days later, following complaints from hotel guests about the building's water. A maintenance worker was sent to the roof to investigate the hotel's large, cylindrical water tanks. He climbed the ladder, unsealed the heavy lid of the main tank, and peered inside. There, floating in the dark water, he found her body. The last place anyone saw her alive was on the 14th floor. How did she end up here, in a sealed water tank on the roof, an area secured and alarmed? The questions only deepened. No clear explanation, no signs of forced entry, no answers. Some say it was a mental breakdown, others believe she wasn't alone, but there's one detail no one can explain. Why didn't the elevator close until she was gone? And more importantly, what was she reacting to that no one else could see?